Hi everyone, I thought I'd just jump on and do a quick video to share a set of images that I'm going to be adding into an album in our 4CrazyLadies Facebook group shortly. So it's a set of vintage button cards, probably around 1940 style. I've been having a lovely time playing with the images and I thought I'd just share with you some of the things that I've made from them. So it's not going to be a tutorial, but I will tell you how I've made each item and hopefully it'll be simple enough for you to be able to pick it up. So just to give you an example of some of the images that you're going to see in the album, for each set of images I've done a set with buttons included, and then on the next one I've taken the buttons out, so you can choose whether you use the one with the printed buttons like that or add your own buttons onto it. So I hope that makes sense. It gives you a little bit of freedom to do your own thing and to make it yours. So for each one there's a front and a back. So just to show you this again, so a front and a back for each one. And if you are using the one with the printed buttons, it's really easy. You just literally cut them out, cut them relatively square, and then put the back on, just place it against it. What I do is I just put a clip on, just pin it together. And then these are great for anybody who's not very good at fussy cutting, because what you do is, once you've got them together, you just literally hack away at the corners and make it all wobbly, so that you can then just go around with a little bit of ink to get rid of the white once you've stuck them together, and it looks old and grungy, which is the style that I really like. So that's how you do those. If you're going to make the ones with the actual buttons on, then before you actually stick them together, I glued the buttons on, and then I don't know if you can see, but I actually put some cotton through, sewed it on as if it was a real button on a piece of that clothing, just to give it that realistic look. So you want to do that before you glue these together, obviously. So put them on, sew through them, and then I put a piece of sticky double-sided tape just over the back of them, just to hold them in, make sure that the cotton doesn't move and it doesn't show through. So that's how I did those. Just put that back on there. So that's these ones, which you can use for journal cards or whatever. This is one that I've started but not actually finished yet. I'm just ready to glue that together. Then I did some which are just reduced in size. I actually did these this morning with my 5-year-old niece, and she's stuck them together, and she's stuck some buttons on using art glitter glue. Really easy. We've not even bothered putting any stitches in these, we've just stuck them on, so really simple. Put a little eyelet in and a piece of string, and she's thrilled with these. She thinks she's done a really great job, which I think she has. Very cute. Also on the digitals, there's a few images at the bottom of them, and one of the images I've put on is the cotton reels. And what I've done with those is I've just done the journal card as normal, but I've actually added a secret journaling section, or a hidden journaling section in each one. I can very quickly show you how that works. So you cut your cards out like this. Oops. And then cut your bobbin out, then cut the top off it very carefully, so you go around the edge of it like that. Then you stick your bobbin onto your card relatively low down, because you want to have room for your card to slide in and out. So once you've done that, you just use a knife, so that would be stuck down there. Then you use a knife and you just cut around that edge through this piece of card, so there's a gap in it. I'll do that actually, just so you can see what I'm doing. Can you see? Like that. Oops. I've not actually got my glasses on, so I'm not. Let me just put my glasses on. You can see what I'm doing. Like that. So this is stuck. You've got your hole there. You then attach a piece of card to the top of this, and then once it's stuck in, you push it through the gap. So it is exactly in place, and that's the length of card you want. And then what I would do is I'd cut it off just there, maybe a little bit more actually, and just fold that bottom piece up. And what that does is, I've lost my lid now, but when you pull the card up, it actually catches then on the slot. So just to go through that again, you've got your bobbin stuck down, you've got your piece of paper through that's pulling up to there, you've got your lid stuck on there. And then what I've done with these is I've just added a little bit of string that actually wraps around the bobbin, and a piece of string to the top. And this piece of string, I've actually made it longer so that it goes all the way down the back, and that just gives it a little bit of strength when you're pulling it up and down, stops it from breaking. That's hopefully that's self-explanatory, and you can see how that's being done. But that's those. And then the other thing that I made is a little book. So it's made from 3 of the sets, so 3 different sets of cards out of the album, and all I've done is on a couple of the pieces I've just left a piece of the white card on the edge to make a little bit of a flap, and then I've just put that into the inside of these so that it holds it together as a book. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but again, just put a question underneath if you're not sure what I mean. And I've just stuck these buttons to it. I've not put any cotton in there. I was thinking that this could be a journal book for putting into a pocket, or you could even put a piece of felt perhaps and use it as a needle case inside your journal, which I think could be really effective. So the other thing is, a lot of the sheets have got buttons on, and I've made them so that they fit into, I think it's a 1-inch hole punch, so you can cut that out. I've done that really badly actually. I just cut that white off, and then I cut a load of white just card circles out, stuck them all together to make them quite solid. I'm going to ink the edges, put some holes in there, and I'm going to use those for policy pockets. Quite sturdy buttons, but they really appeal to me, that sort of thing. Really like those. So that's what I've done with it. I hope that's of use to you. I hope that there's something there that takes your fancy and you think you might give it a go. Please put a photograph up or a video up if you do make anything with our pictures. As always, we absolutely love it when you share what you make with us. It makes it all worthwhile when we're creating these images and posting them up. And I hope you enjoyed that, and thank you for listening. Thanks very much. Bye bye.